Happy New Year's, everyone. It's 2026. I'm going to start doing quiet time shorts. I do 2 quiet times. One where I pick up a book of the Bible and highlight verses stick out to me. The other I will explain after I explain my first quiet time. So I'm in 1 Kings, and there were 2 verses that stuck out to me. The first one was verse 20, where it says, Judah and Israel were as numerous as the sand by the sea. This stuck out to me because it kind of jogged my memory it reminded me that in Genesis, God promised Abraham that his people would be so many that you couldn't count them. They'd be like the stars in the sky. And so I wrote in the margin of my Bible, I said, just like God promised Abraham, because God was still keeping his promise even in 1 Kings. The other verse that stuck out to me was in verse 24. It said, he had peace on all of his surrounding borders. This is during the time Solomon was king. And what stuck out to me was that God was with them. And at that time they had no battles or wars with other nations around them. They were taken captive later on because they turned away from God. But so God was with them, and I thought that was so cool to see that when God's with you, you have no, troubles. Yes. I mean, you do, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys get what I'm saying. And the other quiet time, that's all I did for today. I just read 1 chapter a day out of that quiet time in my Bible. The other quiet time I'm going to start doing, or I started today for 2026, is this devotional journal, and I'll show it to you really quickly. This devotional journal is called 100 Days of Believing Bigger devotional journal by this author. I'm not really sure how you say that name, but yeah. Anyways, so there's this journaling or devotional journal that one of my friends gave me right before Christmas time at school, and there's an intro, and there are a few things that stuck out to me. But the verse that was in this, that was with day 1, was John 13:7, which says, Jesus replied, you do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. And the title of day 1 is Trust Made Simple. And what I got out of that was that sometimes we have a hard time trusting God and his plans, and that we have to give him the control, and that it just takes time for us to see what he's doing, but he's always at work. Anyways, I hope you all had a great day. Bye!